Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning Sri Lanka. We were talking about the specific event that if you just missed, well, too bad for you, but you can always log into YouTube and catch a glimpse and like us on our Facebook fan page as well. It's www.facebook.com/goodmorningsrilanka. So hi to you once again. It's been a privilege. We learned a lot about what the event was. And tell us, this is a question that I'm going to direct to the both of you. How is this event different from the other motivational conferences and events that has been taken place in Sri Lanka so far? Because I know this is very unique, it's for a different target audience as well. So how do you define that?
Well, in terms of, there are a lot of things called motivation going on in Sri Lanka right now. But if we looked at what really happens at those programs, it's a flash in the pan sort of thing that happens once and then it's done. But the difference with this is that we try to look in terms of the longer term. How can we get certain results for this in terms of a person's immediate work, personal or even social environments? So the difference here is that it's not a short-term journey. It's not just 2 hours. The 2 hours is just to create realization, and based on that you have actions. And based on those actions you get recognized. So it's more longer term in terms of what it does.
So this is actually just the beginning for something huge to come, and
most definitely.
A span of 1 year to start off.
To start off with, it's a span of 1 year. So the award ceremony, the Power Initiative or the Power Awards, to recognize these individuals who submit their initiatives, will happen in November next year. So this bracket is happening in 1 year, but overall our plan is much bigger, much longer.
But the crux of the 2-hour program that you initially started off is to motivate people to add value to their lives. So let's have some examples of what you mean by this, adding value to everything you do in life.
Right.
Right. One simple example. When I went to Japan, I saw one kid in a training program. He was erasing like this, and he did an action. It was for me it was a surprise. Now, normally if we erase something, what are we going to do? Not you. What you have seen outside, what they're doing, you erase and then blow. Do it. So that could be your practice. In this program we will give you examples. We are going to give Sri Lankan examples. By end of this period, 100 Sri Lankan examples. In this program we will introduce 3 Sri Lankan examples who have done brilliant things here, but no one knows. Now that example, eraser, when you get this realization that you can improve, you can be better, but you have to know, what you should know is, can I do it differently? If you ask that, can I do it differently, my value-adding, self-driven initiative is not to blow. I will take it to my hand and I will put it to the dustbin. I will not put things down. I will not put a dustbin. I'm putting things into the dustbin. So that is my self-driven, value-adding power initiative. So there are no more things around us. So then likewise, there can be so many things. You want to get rid of your fat. So what is your desired state? Maybe you like to be in this 80 kilos. But sometimes it might be a pain. I want to get rid of, but you don't take actions. So what we say is, if you want to take actions, always remember, Anthony Robbins says, there are 2 things. You move out from the pain, you reach towards the pleasure. Now if you don't have a long-term life goal, what happens is, you think doing exercises is pain. So for you to have pleasure, what you're going to do is, you're going to go and sit and sleep or watch the TV. Now if you have a long-term perspective, by this time I need to do this, because on 26th program, in my program I have told, as at now I'm this number of kilos, 26th program if you see me, I should be this. I have communicated that. Now for this, in order to have my credibility right at that program, I need to reduce my weight. So that pain is what? Pain is losing the credibility. Pleasure is working for it. So we change the perspectives.
Wow, okay. So do you help out each corporate who will be attending the program individually as well? Or is it something where you have an ongoing process of feedback, communicating back and forth?
This, I told you this, we have a world-class software system where you feed, quantify, we give the report to the HR. So then what we are going to do is, it's not the only program what we do. We have life rewiring programs, life rewiring youth programs, take control sports programs. So we do all these things to go to our dream. So personally, now if you tell me I have a problem, I'll ask, what's the problem? I don't need to know the problem. I want to know, how do you feel inside? Do you see visuals? It's like a video, it's a flat thing. Right, then I will find out where it is. Herein we have the brain juice. Because of the brain juice orientations, we see things. So what we know is, if I want to help you personally for that problem, I know how to delete it, how to enlarge it. If you want to achieve something, how to visualize. So we have the personal coaching sessions as well, even executive coachings for CEOs and higher levels. Sometimes we do consultation for politicians as well, but we don't disclose. Now you might wonder, where were these guys for this? Because we never wanted to come in. We wanted to get the life skills, life exposure. I was doing 14 years training, 8 years corporate training. So then now we are fit enough to face the public. So likewise, this is why we are coming now. It does not mean that we are just popped in. We have a background. What we need to do is, if you need to go to a vision in your life, you need to have a proper background. You need to study, you need to get the qualifications, you need to get the exposure, because people, if someone asks, you have this, you have to say, yes, I have this example. So life examples will help them to be whom they want to be. So but the choice is yours. You have to tell us, I want this, I want to go to this destination. So we'll show you how to do, because we are doing it, we have achieved the results, and we are going to give it. But if you don't want, no one can help.
I think all the objectives should be SMART, Amaya. Should be specific, measurable, the normal SMART objectives that we talk about, achievable on a basic time frame, and then I think you could actually achieve it, and I think you all are doing a great job at that as well. So good luck, actually, from the bottom of our hearts, the entire crew at MTV Sports. Good morning, Sri Lanka. We wish the event to be a success.
Thank you very much.
And we're learning a lot as well, Amaya, don't you think?
Yeah, but before we go, Banu, I just have to ask you, now what if someone is happy with their life? I mean, they're satisfied, they have the job, they have the car, they have the family in place, they have a 5-figure, 6-figure salary. So what should be the reason that people come for this program? Because what more can you offer someone who's already satisfied with
You're
their life?
asking from me or him?
Well,
It's a
I'll
general
ask
question.
Fahad, and then if you want to challenge, you can add in.
What we believe is that there's always a better way. Whatever you're doing, there's always a better way. You can always be better, because your life has various facets, various paradigms. So you have, sure, okay, I have wife, kids, I have the car, I have the salary, but there's some part of your life where you wish you could be better. That's human nature. We are always striving for something more. So even what you're doing right now, you could do it better. So how do we come up with a way to find that part of your life? Because what I believe is, with everyone, with human beings, we're all just a bunch of emotions. We deal with emotions every day. Customers, employers, suppliers, everything is emotion. So we tap into that emotion and say, okay, look inside, see what you need, what is going to impact you the most, and then you can push from there. The answer you get from Chari is going to be
How long I have?
You can go on.
If I have 1 hour, I will have a different answer. If I have 30 seconds, I will have the different answer.
We'll have somewhere in between there.
Okay.
Let's try for the 2 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
In short, life is a choice. If you are happy with whatever you have, be happy. Because our purpose is to be happy. So someone might say, no, go for this. Goals, you can have goals. House, it's not the external factor. At the end, house will not give you the satisfaction, but that is only a satisfaction deriver. Sometimes you might say, I don't want to go to this. I don't want money. I just want to go to the temple, I want to go to church, I want to go to this mosque, and that gives me satisfaction. For them, that is a satisfaction derived. What gives you satisfaction? You have to find. So,
I see. Okay,
but I'll tell you one of my quotes. Who is right and wrong will be decided by the future. What is right and wrong will be decided by the future. Whether you are satisfied or not will be decided by the future, not by the present.
Yeah, Steve Jobs also said you can only connect the dots looking back. And,
I thought Steve Jobs said this.
Well, something
So I was
similar, I would say, sorry, sir. So there, you're thinking along the wavelength of another great man. But when it comes to sustaining this in your life, now people might do this for a year, they might do it for a month even, they might do it for a week. But how do you plan on helping people to sustain this throughout their life, this motivation that you will spark in them, but it has to continue as well?
Can I ask you a question, like nothing personal, but how often do you wash your clothes?
I wash my clothes regularly, I would say.
Right.
How often you have a bath?
Daily, in the morning.
That's the answer. I think if you have 10 seconds, that's the answer. This is the level we are pitching at. We are not asking you to shout.
Yes.
We just bring in insights. They call me, they consider me as a brain technologist. So we consider him as an emotional motivator. So we have a mix here. We have a larger team back over there. So they are working hard to make this country a better place. So better place, you have to decide.
But speaking about making a country a better place, now you have a very lofty objective, which is to bring in, if I'm not mistaken, 10 billion rupees by the time
I gave you that example not in the show. I think we were having the chat before. I don't know whether we should communicate that to the public.
All right. But for example,
But
there
I know
are
if you
big
We can
objectives.
mention it.
Yeah, if you tell us by how to bring 10 billion rupees to the economy, we have a strategy. In Sri Lanka, do you want to bring in the highest per capita income?